So welcome to See the Change USA. The purpose of our foundation is to put physics into all middle schools across the nation. And this presentation is going to tell you exactly why we're doing just that. So you're going to meet the individual on the next slide who made this comment, but the thing that he's talking about is a thing called education. And he said if we don't figure it out, this country's done. I think many of you would agree with that. And this is attributable to this gentleman, Bill Strickland, who lives up in the Pittsburgh area, and he spent 40 years of his life grabbing children, listed as liabilities coming out of the public school system, rekindling their intellectual curiosity, and giving them a meaningful reason to exist in this country. Here's some statistics to remember. In 1973, 75% of people in our workforce could get in with a high school diploma or less. In 2020, that number looks more like 25%, and it's going down. Hello, business. Get ready for your workforce. Closer to home, the Pikes Peak Community College, who you'll hear from today, 65% of the students entering that need remedial training. 80% will drop out before they finish it. So we've got a huge pipeline problem. So how are we liking that alignment between education and business today? And clearly, this is where the game has to be played. We have to fix this and be able to look upstream and see where our workforce is coming from. So this is a Wordle or a word cloud. And the words that pop out is critical thinking. And this is a conversation about critical thinking, how the world works, how we behave in it, and our ability to understand what's going on around us. And with the employers in this room, I think you would find that this is a talent that's vastly needed. We live in that aperture on the left. We need to move to the right and open it wide open, and we're going to take a look at what our competitive set overseas is doing, and that's going to inform our behaviors going forward. Anatoly will tell you that in our land, we live in the world of excitement, which is symptomatic, but overseas they live in the world of knowledge, which is systemic, and it goes forward with the students. So how do we move from the excitement to the knowledge side of the ledger? And we do that by having a conversation about curriculum versus standards, and you can see which trumps what. And overseas, we're going to find that our educational pedagogy is curriculum driven, and the United States is standards driven. And when we talk about curriculum, we're talking about very predictable sequencing, depth, and desired outcomes. And you would find that in any classroom in any of the industrialized countries. And you would see that the children there get it very directly. In the United States, standards driven is they tell you what to teach, but they don't tell you how to teach it. So it's a chicken and the egg. So God bless you if you get the right school and the right teacher and the right interested parents. So there's the difference. In our opinion, middle school is the sweet spot to get into this conversation. That's not my golf swing. But that's about the point where children's intellectual bandwidth is there to start assimilating some of this. You only have to look at the physics game Angry Birds. How many of you have played that on your iPad? And there's an awful lot of physics applications in that game alone, other than just having fun with it. And candidly, this is one of our first exposures for our children. This game is playing out in our own backyard. We are in Carmel District 2 Middle School, and we are in Corpus Christi Catholic School right now with 100% of those students applying their energies to the world of physics in those grades. And the results are fascinating. In 2011, in Carmel, the average performance scores on general science at that time were about 30%. Today, with physics, about 80% across all three grades. So we've got some empirical evidence. There are no losers in this. The children, the parents, the school districts, the businesses, and the communities are all winners, and economies will grow if we get this part right. One quick pause. Okay. Mark Lautman, who's with us from Albuquerque, that's his equation at the top. Economies have to grow greater than population if your community is going to survive, and he'll tell you about half the communities in this country are out of play already and will never recover from the recession. If this could have been fixed with money, it would have been done so a long time ago, or put another way, it's not broken if it can be fixed with money. This can't be fixed with money, therefore it's broken, and we have to deal with it, and we have to deal with it now. Students who take physics don't just see the bicycle tire on the left, they see the formula behind it on the right, which is the law of conservation of angular momentum. Those are our critical thinkers, and that is tomorrow's workforce that you'll be inheriting if we do this right. Thank you very much.